Now we come to the fun part where we try and put together the melody with the chords of the song to make it really come alive, and also, most importantly, make it instantly recognizable to anyone who's listening. So in the first bar, we have a D note here just on its own, 3rd fret, 2nd string. And then we hit this G with just the 3rd fret on the low E string and the open 2nd string. From there, it's simple. We just climb up the open strings. So that's the first bar. Next, we head back into this open B string, the 2nd string, and it's important to leave your 2nd finger stationary. So for example, coming out of the first bar, notice that my 2nd finger stayed stationary on this G bass note all the way through that. And it's going to continue to stay there as we go into the 2nd bar. So we have the open 2nd string, and then the 3rd fret again on the B string here, together with the open 4th string. Then the open high E. And then you can take away your 2nd finger and place your 1st finger here. And we're going to start to form a D chord like this. So make sure you're following along with the tab it is going to help to simplify it. Let's try and put both those bars together. Coming into the 3rd bar, we have a chord shape which is actually quite complex, but we're going to make it easier because we build into it in stages. So the first stage is to have the 2nd fret on the low E and the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. You hit those notes together. And then we have everything staying the same, the open 2nd string, and then the 1st fret on the 2nd string. And we hit that together with the open 4th. So it's like, now you hit the 3rd string and then skip up with your 4th finger to grab the 3rd fret on the high E string and go down the chord 1, 2, 3. So you can see that we have quite a complicated chord there, but we got to it in stages. It was like, let's try and put all the bars so far together. Looking at bar number 4 now, we start off with this G note on the high E string, 3rd fret, and then the open 4th string with the 2nd fret, and this D note here. Then your 2nd finger comes up to the 3rd fret and you hit it with the open high E string. And then climbing down on the B string is 3, 1, 0. And then we have open strings. So it's quite a long bar, this one, on the tab sheet. Let's try and put it more into its correct rhythm. Once more. Now that's really going to make sense when we add it onto the previous bars. We're coming into the third line on the tab sheet now, and we have a C chord which creates a really nice color change in the middle of the song. So before we get there though, we have another note on its own here, this D note again, 3rd fret, 2nd string. And from there you go into a full C chord and just hit the 5th string and the 1st string together, and then climb up the 4th string and then the 3rd. So it would be. Now from there we have to completely change hand positions to do a high melodic line here. We're going to pull off from the 5th fret to the 3rd and do that in the direction of the floor rather than simply taking your finger off. You're going to get a much better, stronger sounding pull off that way. And then you hammer on from the 2nd fret to the 3rd before going to the open high E string and then resolving into G. So let's put that entire phrase together. And make sure that you're getting the phrasing of that line correct. Now staying on the G, we're going to hit the 6th string and the open 3rd together, and then the 2nd fret here also on the 3rd string, then climb up the open B and the open high E. Now your first finger stays where it is and you switch to a D chord. This is at the very end of the 3rd line on the tab sheet. So we would have before falling into a really nice cadence. So here we have the open 4th string and the 1st fret, then the open B string, leading note here, this F sharp on the 4th string, and the tonic note on the open G. Then just climb straight up the chord. Finally, we're going to take this and put it back into the practice software, and I've moved the tempo from 65 down to 55 beats per minute. So that's what you should do as well inside your own version of the practice software. This is going to give you a nice practice tempo to play along to, which is not too fast, and it should help you to glue all the parts together so that it really comes together quite nicely and sounds very musical. So let's take a listen to what that sounds like.